Hey everyone, welcome back. It's another video. Good old Jeffrey Marsh is back once again. And get this, ladies and gentlemen, Jeffrey Marsh is mad. Wow, it's the first time we've seen Jeffrey Marsh mad, isn't it? Yes, well, apparently Jeffrey Marsh is mad at guess who? Libs of TikTok and Matt Walsh of the Daily Wire for exposing child predators like you know who. And where they also try and protect the likes of innocent young kids from these predators that prey on little kids and tell little kids to meet them in online chat rooms and so forth and in an online Patreon account, and don't tell your parents that you're actually going there or that you're spending money to go there. Like, that's rather concerning, isn't it? Or they direct their attention to the likes of the little kids and they'll say, "Hey kids, listen up, kids," in a rather interesting tone of voice. I can't say the word that I want to say because I'm not allowed to, evidently speaking. But Jeffrey has encouraged kids to cut off contact with their parents and has a Patreon where kids can sign up to talk with Jeffrey privately. So yes, Jeffrey is mad at the fact that Libs of TikTok and Matt Walsh are trying to prevent the likes of Jeffrey Marsh from doing that. And other people too. Who would have thought, ladies and gentlemen? But alas, here we are. So have a watch of Jeffrey Marsh. Well, let's first look at what Matt Walsh said. This C-word freak, you know what? Jeffrey Marsh is perplexed as to why I'm so opposed to children being mutilated, sterilized, sexualized, and indoctrinated by you know who, like you know who. I know you don't understand, Jeffrey. That's why you need to stay far away from children. I always appreciate Matt Walsh's rebuttals and takes. So let's get into what Jeffrey Marsh said, shall we? And why Jeffrey Marsh is angry. He also told Matt Walsh to get help.
Why do Libs of TikTok and Matt Walsh post about children and S3X every day, all day? I get it that demonizing LGBTQ people is like a moneymaker and the tweets and the videos are monetized. I get that. But you can make money in a lot of ways. And I'm an influencer. I understand about the algorithm and chasing the algorithm. So it means that they both get up every single day, all day, and think about children and SVU. All the time. If you see a pride flag in the airport and your first impulse is, I'm going to take a picture of this, I'm going to craft a tweet that's about children and SVU. I'm going to be as gracious as I possibly can. Get help. I don't generally tell people what to do, and it's not a slight. Everyone should be in therapy, but find someone to talk to. Find someone to talk to.
First of all, it's not all day, every day. It is sometimes when the likes of people like you show up. Just wanted to point that out. But in case you were wondering about the truth, even though it stares at you or even hits you in the face, you probably wouldn't care about it. What are you doing right now, mate? Honestly, you're doing the complete reverse. You're attacking people that want to protect kids. Like, you are making money off of demonizing us for wanting to protect kids from the likes of people such as yourself and others that prey on little children. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, Jeffrey Marsh for you all, who seem to think that when we criticize, which you're allowed to do, I'll have you know, when we criticize the LGBT community, because you have a lot of interesting people there. I can't use the word that I want to use because I'll get cancelled on this show and YouTube won't like me very much, and I want them to like me at the moment. But nevertheless, if you criticize some of the things that they do, which they have every right apparently to criticize us for trying to protect kids and criticizing their interesting behavior, let's say, and their weird behavior, you're seen as the bad person still. I don't know how that works exactly. Like, we live in a world of reality and sanity, and they live over here in Delulu land, And yet somehow we're not allowed to make money out of the hard work that we do in protecting little kids from the likes of these weird dingbats. I like that word, by the way. I'm going to be using it a lot more. These dingbats that just want to prey on the likes of little kids that happen to be part of the Rainbow Alphabet Mafia community, or they identify themselves as that. So, Jeffrey, I would take a good hard look at what it is you're actually doing, because you're being a hypocrite. We think about protecting the likes of innocent young kids. At least everyone should, because I don't know about you, Jeffrey, but there are some very sick, twisted people out there in the world, and we wake up every single day trying to defend the likes of innocence from those sick, twisted, evil people. It's got nothing to do with the algorithm. The algorithm doesn't actually go in our favor a lot of the times. It goes in your favor. And you said it. You're an influencer. You know this stuff. So what are you saying? You get up every single day to try and attack the likes of people that are trying to defend kids from the likes of people that are attacking young kids and preying on young kids. What are you trying to say here, Jeffrey?
I'm gonna be as gracious as I possibly can.
Well, thank you so much, Jeffrey Marsh, for being as gracious as you possibly can. We all do appreciate the fact that you can be incredibly gracious, and I'm going to return the favor. Now, what Libs of TikTok and Matt Walsh do is they don't make these posts of pride flags. At least I haven't seen them, because I do follow both of them, and I have not seen any of the stuff that Jeffrey Marsh is talking about. And they somehow, they've taken a photo of a pride flag in an airport, and they've somehow made it about a young kid and trying to protect the likes of young kids. I've not seen that. If any of my sleuths in the audience can correct me, by all means, and actually have some credible photos and links to this stuff that what Jeffrey Marsh is talking about. And notice how, Jeffrey Marsh is an influencer. It's called Jeffrey Marsh that, right? Because Jeffrey said that about Jeffrey self. And it's not like Jeffrey couldn't have found this post that Jeffrey's referring to, right? And it's not like Jeffrey couldn't have shown the post. Wouldn't that make a lot of sense? Like actually showing some credibility instead of just talking your mouth off? Just raising a question.
Get help.
I love how Jeffrey goes, get help, in a gracious and not so creepy way. Get help. Well, Jeffrey, I'm going to say the exact same thing to you, in case you don't mind. But Jeffrey Marsh, get help. Thank you.
I don't generally tell people what to do, and it's not a slight. Everyone should be in therapy, but find someone to talk to. Find someone to talk to.
Jeffrey's not in a habit of telling people what to do, except for young kids to go into Jeffrey's Patreon account and talk with Jeffrey without the kids' parents knowing. So, but hey, if Jeffrey says get help, ladies and gentlemen. Best thing to do. Anyway, my friends, you guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.